Africans from the seed of Ham were all what? Black. Ethiopians, Egyptians, North Africans, South Africans, they're all black. Now, we have a map showing you all 4 rivers. The Tigris, which links in. The Euphrates right here. And as you can see, Israel, the land of Canaan, is in this area here. So they kind of superimposed it over here to show you the land of Canaan, where Israel inhabited when they came out of Egypt. Here's Egypt here, Mizraim, Canaan's son. Ham's son, Mizraim. This is the wilderness that the Israelites were in when they came out of Egypt, and they went up into the land of Canaan, which was originally a part of Africa, where the 4 rivers compass. So as you can see, the 4 rivers compassed in the land that the Most High would eventually put his people. This was the promised land. Why? It was the place the Lord looked upon to pull man out of in the beginning. It's the chosen land, eastward in Eden, which is the earth. So the chosen place was right on the outside or borders or around Africa, where he pulled man from. The chosen land. The Lord made it the chosen land from the beginning because it's the place he pulled man from. Now, how did the Jewish Masoretes bring forth deception, knowing that Adam was pulled from the dust of the ground and that he was planted in Africa? Now, in order for Moses to live as a prince in an Egyptian home, he must have looked just like or had the same hue as the Egyptians. Okay? There's no way a Caucasoid passed for an Egyptian during the time that Egypt was in its power. This is how they deceived. When you go inside the Torah, follow me closely here. When you go inside the Torah, you will see a play of words in the Hebrew for those that try to look in depth. Adam's name is Adam. That's Adam's name, Adam. Okay? So that might not look like a big deal to you. That's Adam, right? But when the Masoretes got our records, in around the 8th century, the Jewish Masoretes, they opened the Torah, they opened our records and injected certain words. So you might think that it's just the English have been dealt with by the Roman Catholic Church. The deception is deeper. In the Hebrew, when you look in the Torah, you will see this word, which, not too far from this, it looks kind of similar. This is what you'll see in the Torah. Now, it looks close, right? But they just injected one letter. Right? But here's the word they injected by doing this. It's Adawam. They turned Adam from Adam to Edom in the Torah. By doing this, they can teach in the churches that Adam was formed out of red clay. Therefore, giving full credence to the red people being the Jews today. Just with one letter. See, and that's why it's important, you brothers and sisters, you study that Hebrew and look at what the Masoretes did. Because in order for them to claim to be Jews, they had to inject themselves in our history. Now, it's impossible for Adam to be named Adam or Edom when we know that Esau was not born until Genesis, the 25th chapter. How can there be an Edom in Genesis? When Edom was after the flood, Adam was before the flood. They did this in other places too. They injected ruddy in certain places. And then where they put ruddy, they would put this word here, Edom or Edom, to inject themselves, knowing that one day the children of Israel would awaken to identify the synagogue of Satan, or people who claim to be Jews and are not. Right? Now, there's more. So now we understand that the Israelites left Egypt, which were a black family. Okay? Now, when we see Egyptians on TV today, they more so try to go into modern Egypt opposed to ancient Egypt. Because modern Egypt is the time period that the Greeks came down and set up the Ptolemies and mixed with the Middle Easterns and went down into the land of Egypt. So they try to make you think that was ancient Egypt. When they show Cleopatra and Mark Antony and all those people that were Idumean or Greek. Okay, but the original Egyptians were all dark-skinned, and they know that. Let's prove something when it comes to the Egyptians. Let's start with prove to you that Noah was dark just like the Egyptians. Let's go to Numbers, the 12th chapter. Noah had a sister. Her name was Miriam. Follow us in the scriptures. Moses had a sister, named Miriam. Now don't forget, we're still dealing with the rabbi here. Okay? Get him up in there. You got the rabbi? Okay. All right. Let's come on back. Let's see what's going on here. Let's get Numbers 12. Let's start at the 10th verse with Moses' sister Miriam. Read that.
Numbers 12 and 10. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
So Miriam was speaking against Moses because Moses married an Ethiopian. And we know the Ethiopians, the original Hamites, they're black. She was speaking against Moses because Moses married an Ethiopian. So the Most High cursed her. Let's see what the curse is. Read the 10th verse.
And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
So because she spoke against Moses, the Most High turned her white as snow. Now, if Moses and his family were already white, how could this curse have happened? Impossible. So that means she must have had hue. She must have been dark-skinned as the rest of her family. Okay? See, but you have to